So if you're unaware by now, Amazon is plagued with AI-generated books. Because Amazon has a service that will print books on demand, that means it does not have any way of stopping people from just submitting fake and AI-generated books for people to hopefully get tricked into buying. And when that purchase goes through, Amazon just prints the book and sends it out. So really no money is lost on any end. So because they're not doing checks and balances as to what is AI-generated on there, you can find dozens of how to play Otamatone books on Amazon. May I just say, these are not authorized by Hami, by the Otamatone company, by Maiwa Denki. None of them approved of this. You should absolutely not purchase these things because you are giving money to people who went to ChatGPT and typed in, "Write me a book about Otamatones." With all that being said, I wanted to look into this myself. Of all the books I saw on Amazon, this one by far looked the sketchiest. The image on the cover is basically what AI thinks an automaton is. So not only does the person who wrote this just not care that they're publishing AI-generated works, they also just don't know what an automaton looks like and refuse to generate an image that better represented one. Or hell, you're already violating copyright at this point. Why not just steal a photo of one? And this book is written by Lysander F. Marlowe, who according to the Amazon page is an experienced musician and educator with a passion for teaching beginners how to play musical instruments. You'll also be happy to know that I looked up this person, and of course they don't exist. But the thing that got me the most interested about this book is that it is 182 pages long. So we're gonna read through this thing and see if it can teach me how to play an automaton. I'll be keeping account of all the mistakes this book makes somewhere in the corner over here, so this should be fun. First thing I'm noticing is that the font is very large, which explains why it's 182 pages. Introduction to the automaton. The automaton is an electronic musical instrument with a playful and distinctive design. Shaped like a musical note or a tadpole, it features a round, bulbous head with a cartoonish face and a long neck. This quirky appearance is both charming and functional, making the automaton instantly recognizable. So far, you're not wrong, but it just feels like it's pulled off of Wikipedia. The sound it creates is unique, often described as quirky and reminiscent of a synthesizer or a theremin. The instrument is played by pressing down on the neck to control the pitch. The neck is marked with divisions that correspond to different pitches, similar to the frets on a guitar. It's not. That's just straight up false. It is not marked with divisions. And it's nothing like a guitar. What? We're only 3 pages in and that's already just objectively incorrect. Despite its simple design, the automaton is quite versatile. It can produce a variety of sounds and effects from simple melodies to more complex expressive performances. Can it really create that many sounds? I mean, no. This expressiveness makes the automaton not just a novelty instrument, but a serious tool for musical expression. Only this book has finally noted what I do is considered serious work. Overall, the automaton stands out for its unique sound, engaging design, and the joy it brings to music making. It is an instrument that invites creativity and exploration, making it a beloved choice for musicians around the world. The end. I'm kidding, that was only page 8 of 182. Chapter 2, Brief History. The automaton is a relatively recent invention in the world of musical instruments, having been created in Japan. The first prototype of the automaton was developed in the late 1990s, and it was officially released to the public in 1998. No, what? 2009? What is going on here? That seems like such a hard thing for it to get wrong. So add 2 to the error count, geez. The automaton has been featured in various media, including television shows, commercials, and internet videos. Has it been in commercials? I highly doubt that. If anyone can prove me wrong, please do, but for now, I'm putting it in the error column. Chapter 3, Unique Features. We've already been over this, Jesus. Playful design. The automaton is easily recognizable with its whimsical shape, resembling a musical note or a tadpole, its rounded head, often featuring a cartoonish face and a long, thick neck. Oh my god. The automaton produces a sound that is often described as quirky and reminiscent of a theremin or synthesizer. Oh my god. Pitch control. The neck of the automaton is divided into segments that correspond to different pitches. It's not. Put it again in the error column. Chapter... What? Why is this chapter 2? Part 2, the neck, the back, the put. The neck of the automaton is an essential component that plays a critical role in controlling the pitch of the instrument. Is not every part of an instrument crucial? Like, what? The neck is a long, slender part of the automaton, extending from the head down to the base of the instrument. It's technically up to the tail. That's an error, possibly 2. It typically has a smooth surface with visible markings or divisions that indicate different pitch areas, similar to the frets on the guitar. No, you get it wrong again. Further up the neck a player presses, the higher the pitch, and conversely, pressing lower on the neck produces the lower pitch. Now, this one might be up to interpretation. I would consider this the top of the neck and this the bottom of the neck, in which case it goes from high notes at the bottom to lower notes at the top. I'm going to mark that down as an error. To play the Otamatone, the player uses their left hand to press down on the neck while holding the instrument. It doesn't have to be your left hand. Error? Tactile feedback. The neck often has tactile markings or slight indentations to help players feel the different pitch areas without needing to look. 100% wrong. Interactivity. The interactive nature of the neck encourages experimentation. Aren't all instruments interactive? Why does it have to be its entire section? The Otamatone typically has a power switch, usually located on the back or side of the instrument. It is never featured on the side. Error. The mode button is another feature found on certain Otamatone models. This button can activate different playing modes, such as a sustain mode, where the notes are held longer, or a staccato mode, where the notes are played shorter and more detached. No Otamatone has that feature. That's wrong. Higher-end Otamatone models may include additional buttons for advanced features. These can include effect buttons for adding reverb, echo, or other audio effects to the sound. Absolutely not. To access the batteries, players need to either unscrew the cover using a small screwdriver or release the latch depending on the model of the Otamatone. I don't know what they're talking about with a latch that has to be released, so I'm gonna mark that as an error too. Environmental consideration. Used batteries should be disposed of properly. This has nothing to do with the Otamatone. Many communities offer battery recycling programs, which helps reduce environmental impact and ensure safe disposal of hazardous materials. Thank you. I'm happy to say there is now a 7-part list on how to turn on the Otamatone. Let me just show you how you normally turn it on. But they have stretched it across 4 pages. The power switch typically has 2 positions, on and off. It absolutely does not. It either has 3 positions, off, quiet, and loud, or it's a dial. It may be labeled with volume indicators or simply marked with a plus and minus sign to denote increasing and decreasing volume levels. Not a single Otamatone offers that feature. If the Otamatone has a tone switch, toggle between the available settings to select the desired tone. Common settings might include standard, bass, or treble tone. That is not a thing. The Otamatone is generally held with both hands. Generally or always. You could play the Otamatone while standing or sitting. If standing, ensure you have a stable stance with your feet shoulder width apart. This has turned into a standing tutorial. Use your right hand to hold the head of the Otamatone. Position your fingers, index, middle, and ring on the front of the head with your thumb placed behind it. So how do they want me to hold this? This is how they want you to hold the Otamatone. I see no issues with this. Understanding the neck. The neck of the Otamatone is divided into segments. I'm not getting paid enough for this. The exact positions are not marked on the neck. You've said earlier they were, but now they're not. Common mistakes to avoid. Over squeezing. Guys, don't do this. This is what not to do. Chapter 6, Understanding Pitch and Tone. The neck of the Otamatone is divided into segments that correspond to different pitch. I am slowly losing my mind. Choose a starting note. For beginners, starting with the middle of the neck is often easier. It's not easier anyway. It's all the same. What? Sully, why haven't you included any footage of you reading for a while? It's because, oh my god, they keep repeating the same thing. So honestly, you should probably add like an extra 50 to 100 errors down there because there's so much incorrect information that they just keep looping back and repeating. Position your left thumb behind the neck and your fingers in front of... Oh boy, we actually have some definitions in this chapter of what staccato is. So now we're just copying and pasting the dictionary. I love it. Chapter 10, Songs for Beginners. Oh dear God. So here's the sheet music they provide you for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And here's what they tell you the approximate locations of the notes are on the neck. C, middle of neck. D, slightly higher than C. E, slightly higher than D. F, slightly higher than E. G, higher than F. A, higher than G. I get it now. I didn't understand how to play the Otamatone until I'm an idiot. I get it. This is the most unhelpful sheet music I've ever seen. And then it just ends. There's not even like a, okay, the end. It's just, there's your last tutorial, you're done. What a lovely book, ladies and gentlemen. I think I can say with all certainty, I now can play the Otamatone. So what have we learned here today? Don't purchase these books. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to be going over to Amazon and requesting a refund because this book is a scam. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can go follow me on The Real Sully G for more Otamatone content, or you can follow me on the Sully channel for non-Otamatone content. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be kind to one another, stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.